How does my thong smell that you've been wearing all night?
Hello friends, my name is Colin. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. I tell you what, this has been an incredible weekend. So I am at OC Bikefest and I had the privilege of joining along a great group of folks. The Baggers and Brews entourage, if that's what we're going to call them. They had 4 of them, 3 main guys, and they have one of their friends that came with them, John. And all their wives came, and the spouse, and then there's me. So there's the single guy coming out. Yes, I know I'm married, but my wife didn't come down. I didn't actually know they were bringing their wife. For those of you guys who don't know this, yes, I live in Maryland, and yes, Ocean City is in Maryland, and I've not been there in 20 years, or I've never been to Ocean City, and I've lived in Maryland for 20 years now. It's almost 3.5 hours away, so it's a distance, even though Maryland's a pretty small state. To get across, because I had to go across Chesapeake Bay Bridge, all along the Eastern Shore. But this is my first time ever being here, and it's also, yes, my first rally, like official motorcycle rally. These guys have been awesome because they're experts at it. They've done Sturgis several times. They've all done a bunch of rallies, and they took me along for the ride. So what I'm going to show you is kind of how it all started and my ride up here, and then the different things we did. We did a bunch of vendors. We went out to some awesome restaurants, had some great company, met some awesome people. I tell you what, that's what's great about these type places, and a lot of great people, a lot of debauchery too. Saying that, definitely a lot of debauchery, which is fine by me, but I enjoyed it. Nothing that I can't put on this video. Let's put it that way. But it was still, we had some great times, and I still have one more night with them, and then I'm leaving tomorrow. But I wanted to share the experience with all you guys.
What's happening? Just hijacked the Broncoride channel, and welcome to Ocean City Bike Week.
What's crapping it? Yo, brother.
So instead of going to the hotel, we stopped at Coconuts Beachfront Restaurant Bar and Grill, and that's where all the guys that are walking towards us right now. There's about 12 or 13 of them. Great time. There's the beard right there, walking under the umbrella. Let's see, he's gonna pop out right there. Say hi.
Hey, buddy.
So we had an awesome lunch, had a couple drinks, and now we're heading back and checking into the hotel. It's so much nicer over here. The wind is, it was hot as balls in there. We're hanging out at Fishtails, and we've had a lot of entertainment tonight. Some sick freaking bikes, man. Wow. Look at this. That's badass right there. The hotel that the guys are staying in was booked, so I had to get another hotel. So I'm going to meet them today, and it's a really long ride. I mean, that's the only bad thing is we're far apart. So I have to go ahead. All right, don't go ahead. So unfortunately, this long ride to get to them. All right, here it is. It's like a block away, man. I'm not the poster child for proper gear, that's for sure. Normally I am. This is, I think it's about a 2-3 mile ride from the hotel. So the three of us, a couple people are still in the bed. Couldn't quite get up this morning, so they're gonna meet us down there. And George and his missus have already headed down. That's Austin right in front of me on the CBO. Beautiful bikes, 13. And his girl on the back. And I got a gentleman named John behind me, which you probably can't see, but that's him. So we're heading out there. And right now, I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 9 a.m. in the morning. Not a lot of people out yet. People are just waking up. Ocean City's pretty damn cool. It's a lot larger than I thought, honestly. I mean, they have this strip, that's what you're looking at straight up and down, and then the boardwalk's right to the right. But it's a typical tourist town, but it's still, nonetheless, I'm glad I came out here. Can't believe I've never been here living in Maryland. Bike parking, looks like that's where we're going. All right. Dude, Shade, you're like right on, man. Good call. I was like, there's all this parking, he keeps going by, and I'm like, nope, the Shade, good call. One thing the guys are telling me being like a rally rookie, is how much you could spend in one of these places. I mean, you could drop some serious coin. We're coming up to Sick Boy. They are telling me how awesome these shirts are. I've actually never had one, but Austin bought one earlier for himself. Telling me the whole story about him, how he's got the brick and mortar store now in Sturgis and he travels around the country. He told me that he bought one before. It was one of his best motorcycle riding shirts. So the airflow is incredible on some of these. Sick Boy. Bad, Colin, bad. Sound baggers. I've never decided if I'm going to upgrade my audio. I don't know. I know a lot of people have done that and they love it. And I know the stock ones suck. After you get up past 70, you can't hear anything. But still, I don't know if I'll ever do that. Maybe one day. We'll see. I got some pinstriping over here. The guy I went to for my bike's named Letterfly, but he's not here. They've got a couple different vendors for pinstriping here. Here's one of them. Dan Kite is his name. These guys have such a talent, watching them live. They do everything freehand. And then that big white tent right there, that's the local Harley Rommel. So like they've got that entire thing set up over here. So pretty damn cool. They're doing a dyno behind it, so I'm going to try to get this in quick. The Wild Bill's old-fashioned soda. The guy's got me turned on to this. You can get a mug like I bought. I think they're like 30 bucks. But you can go to any rally and pay $5 for the entire day, and then you get that little yellow sticker. And they give you unlimited drinks all day, so you just come out throughout the day, get loaded up. And I've already drank this thing like 4 different times today, so I'm definitely taking advantage of it. All right, this is George from Baggers and Brews, and he just had some work done on his bike. So walk us through what you had done. I know it's hard to see in the bright light.
So, had this bezel here replaced, this windshield bezel.
Okay.
LED lights that are running lights. They're also blinkers.
Sequential. Cool.
Pretty cool, right? This is a metal piece that they make that gets rid of that, finishes off your windshield.
Oh, okay.
So a small piece, but it looks good with all this is finished off.
Then you had these done.
I had these fangs done. They also are blinkers that go with the top. And
Nice.
if you look down bottom, these are the fang running lights. And
So you got so you got the 3 things done on this thing.
Yeah.
Ah, it looks sharp. That's pretty cool, man. I dig these. These are nice.
These are nice.
Yeah, those are really cool, man. Nice job.
So, I like the fact that they're blinkers. It's just an added,
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Much better than OEM.
Wow.
Right? So we're actually at the Zero tent at Ocean City, and so they got a huge setup over here. Big old tent. I know I'm a Custom Dynamics guy, but Zero makes some really good products. So we're heading out. We're gonna go to back to the hotel, get a couple things, then we're going to a place called the Oasis Bar. And then we're heading out to the stadium, which is about 25, 30 miles from here, where they've got another setup of a bunch of different vendors. Since you last saw me, I was at the vendor show, and a couple things have happened. It was like 3 hours ago. All of us said we got to eat first before we head up to this place called the Stadium, which is where we're heading right now. The place we're heading right now is like a secondary vendor, area where they have a bunch of different big vendors. Like I thought the convention center was the main one, but they actually have a couple different satellite ones. And this one's like a half hour, maybe 35 minutes outside. But before that, we decided we got to eat. So they came up with this place called the Oasis Bar and Grill. And obviously, I'm not bashing the place. There was just too many people to adequately deal. Let's just put it that way. There's just way too many people for that place, so they got overrun a little bit. So saying that, we go into this Oasis, little dive biker bar, right? And you could say this place probably normally holds maybe 100 to 200 people tops. Today, let's say they probably had more like 2,000 to 2,500. So what happened was, you know, they had people directing traffic and all that, but they ran out of parking. So they had to put people in like a big open grass field. And I will tell you, that is not conducive to riding all these Harleys that are in front of me. So we went in, paid a cover charge of $5 because we just wanted to eat. We had to eat some freaking food. We were so hungry. Went in the line. Once we paid our $5, went in. The line was like wrapped around. It was like a 45, 50-minute wait to get like a hot dog. And I'm like, screw this. So we all decided as a group, we're like, let's eat the $5. Let's go to a restaurant. And that's where we just left from. A young lady that you might have heard of and seen on, you know, a lot of YouTube things is Wind Road Therapy. And that is her right there. She decided, she was meeting us down there, and so she actually texted me and says, hey, where are you guys at? And she was actually at this stadium, which we're heading to. We're almost there. It's right past this light. She's like, hey, where are you guys at? She came down and met us, had lunch with us, and now she's going to hang with us for the next day. So it's awesome. So now we have a total of, I think, 10 or 11 people in this little entourage. See, not a lot of people at this one. Well, not as many by far. Let's just put it that way. There are a good amount of people in here. But this one's also like 30 miles outside of Ocean City. But they still have a lot of good vendors. JP Cycles, they have Vance and Hines, a bunch of clothing places. So it's a good little setup. And then like you just saw a minute ago, all the two stunt riders. That was awesome. Of course, it smelled really bad, but still, nonetheless, great to watch.
It was kinda cold at night. She's
What's up, Colin? Thanks for coming out and hanging out at Ocean City.
Drink. You should have brought your wife.
Should have brought your wife, but thank you for coming out and hanging out at Ocean City.
It was definitely a pleasure. Great meeting you, Colin. Great meeting you. Next time, bring your wife, though.
Word to the wise, never leave your GoPro alone at a table, even though you can't see this guy because it's dark. I'm afraid to go home and look at some of this video that they put on here. It's not bad. Maybe I'll show you.
Now we're YouTubers.
Now we're YouTubers. All right, there you go.
See, now you got lighting. I should have done this. So here's the trick. Now hold my phone. See?
Did you guys have a good time?
We did have a good time.
Yeah, I get a little light on you.
So,
It's dark because these cameras do not do well in low light.
Been a great time.
We're at a place called Secrets, and we had some tasty food. And this is our last night here, so we're saying goodbye to everybody. Well, I am, because these guys are all leaving tomorrow. But they're all enjoying it. DeBeard's just looking at his phone.
What's up?
What's going on?
Thanks for coming out, hanging out with us, man.
You bet. I had a blast.
We had a
guys.
blast.
Hey, Bert. Thank you.
showered up.
That's all I need. I get it on video. Man, I didn't want this weekend to end. I'm heading home. So leaving the hotel on Sunday morning. The other guys, which are in the hotel 2 doors, I believe they left about a half hour ago. But what a weekend, guys. An incredible job, or incredible time I had. Let's put it that way. So it was a blast. Absolute blast. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. And again, remember, for being a rookie, for having the first one under my belt, this was a great starting point, right? Met some awesome people, hung out with some great people. I guess the thing is, you got to ask yourself, so like when I was telling the guys, when I was with them, I'm like, rallies aren't something you'd really come by yourself. I mean, you could, but like coming in with a group or something like that is much better in my opinion. And so, you know, with hanging with them all weekend and, you know, meeting some of their friends and then meeting some mutual friends, that's what it's all about. And I'm glad I did it. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little trip. Leave some comments in below if you have any. As always, I appreciate you watching. Now get out there and ride. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.